Hello, I'm Lorna Kindred I'm the Education Manager at the Southern California Rental Housing Association. The SCRHA is a 100-year-old trade organization in Southern California for those that own, manage, or provide services to the rental housing industry. We're doing a series of interviews with the NAA credential holding members. Our guest today is Nick Novelozo. He's a community manager with R&B Management. Good afternoon, Nick.
Good afternoon, Lorna. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm actually at the end of my COVID quarantine.
Okay. Well, that's
I was
good.
out.
Can you tell us about how you became a housing provider and what motivated you?
Yeah, so my older brother and sister, they worked for R&B as well about 5 years ago. So they let me know of, excuse me, they let me know of an opening for a leasing agent. And I was looking to switch from my security job industry. I worked for the security industry before, and I was looking for something different. So I told them I'll think about it. And then next thing you know, they gave my resume to HR, I guess, because they called me up and kind of talked to them a little bit, and the rest is history after that. So I was just motivated to get into a better industry, and I knew that they were doing a great job with R&V and property management. So I thought I'll take my try my hat into property management, as you could say.
And did you start out as a community manager or did you work your way up?
I was leasing agent. I was a leasing agent, yeah, and that interview tripped me up a little bit with our at the time whoever was in charge of R&B. But I told him, hey, what's the best leasing agent? And he said, just follow up. And that's all I did. Followed up, followed through, and next thing you know, here I am as a community manager now.
Okay, you said you started this in 2015?
Yes, 2015.
Okay, yeah, that's quick. Housing providers are often seen in a negative light. What do you wish more people knew about housing providers?
I think that we're renters as well. I mean, most of us, I would say, I think a lot of renters or residents assume that we're somehow above our policies and procedures, but we got to follow those too. And wherever we live, there's property management teams in place where we live as well. So I think that they just got to know that we're regular people too. We're not some sort of boogeyman or anything sitting in the office. So also we're here to help them. So I think the perception of property managers is kind of that we might not be helpful, or that we're not like on the same level as them, I guess you could say. But so I think education is part of it, resident education.
Okay, that's great. Do you have a story about a resident or residents that made an impact on you?
I don't have anybody that stands out, but I just like when residents do come in and they are friendly, and we talk about things outside of just their apartment, or how's your apartment doing. I have a lot of professional residents that'll come in. We'll talk about their work and their professional goals, and I'll talk about mine. It's kind of like a constant revolving door. Property management is a very dynamic, where you meet so many people. So I kind of take advantage of that sometimes with some of the residents. Will talk shop, I guess you could say. So, and I enjoy that kind of interaction with them. Gives them a sense of that I'm also a person too at the same time,
Yeah, you're like building relationships.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's what I take the most from my interactions. Not really one person, but there's a host of people over the years.
What made you decide to get your credential?
Well, funny story is I never really wanted to be a community manager when I first started. I just wanted to kind of lease and all that, but I've been in this role for 3.5 years now as a manager. So, and I felt like this year I started really embracing the role of a community manager. So I felt like it was time to start really looking at ways to evolve, and get better at my craft. So, one of my friends also, she's a manager with R&V. She was saying, hey, let's get our CAM credential. And, so I looked into that, and we talked to Letty from, she's with R&B as well. And, flash forward, there I was in the CAM class. So I'm glad I did it.
Yep, and you passed the exam, and like you're the first person in the class to pass the exam. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
So this is your first credential, right?
Yeah.
What was the experience like?
I thought it was great. It was interesting being in a classroom setting again. It's been a while since I got my AA, so it's been a long time, but I enjoyed it. It was different from the normal going to your office and working. So I really enjoyed it. Took a lot of notes. I had a few other people with me from R&V. I had my regionals actually in the class with me too. And we made a joke like, oh, my boss is here.
Oh, wow.
But it was good. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
What was the exam like?
Honestly, it was pretty straightforward once I got there. I did prepare a lot. That week leading up, I probably did 3 to 4 hours of studying every day just to make sure I was ready. So when I got there, after that, and then just working in property management for just as long as I have, I felt like it was pretty straightforward, and it was challenging, but I was prepared, so it was good.
I know you just got your credential, but do you feel like it's helped you in your job, or is it going to help you with advancing your career?
I think so, definitely. I mean, I just talked to you about teaching some classes, for the CAM and the CALP, and once I realized that, that's when the light bulb went in my brain that getting the CAM was definitely the right direction, because I'm more in tune to teach. So I think that definitely has opened up, a pathway and ideas in my own head of how I can advance.
Yeah, and we're happy to have you. I think you're going to be a great instructor. What does this designation mean to you?
To myself, it's like proof that I'm capable of being, a great property manager that I know I can be. Like I said before, I didn't really want to be a property manager because I didn't see really like how I could do it. It seemed like a tough job to me, but doing it now, it has its challenges, but I'm like, oh, I can do this, and then getting the CAM and learning more, but also seeing that, oh, I do know a lot already. So it meant a lot to me as far as just proving to myself that I belong, as a property manager, essentially.
Yeah, you knew more than you thought. You knew a lot of the stuff already. It was just like a refresher.
Yeah, exactly.
If there was one piece of advice you could give to someone pursuing their credential, what would it be?
Take notes during the class for sure. Study hard for any portion they feel like is your weakness. And then I signed up for the exam right away. Give yourself that date, maybe a month after, and just get ready and study. Have fun though. Have fun. Enjoy the process. It was like I said, it was fun. You can go in there and just sit there and listen, but I feel, in my opinion, that's not a good way to do it. So I would just say take notes and have fun.
That's good advice. I want to thank you for joining us today, Nick. If you're watching this, you're welcome. If you're watching this and want to know more about our organization, you can find us at www.socalrha.org. To see other interviews with members of the industry, visit our YouTube channel, SoCal RHA. And I just want to say goodbye for now and have a good afternoon.